Hello, everyone. First of all, I'd like to acknowledge and pay my respect to the custodian of the land, the Aboriginal people. Today, I want to make a small tribute to the Australian convicts that I think have been blackened in what really these Australian convicts were and what sort of crime did they actually do. And all of this started because I read this article that someone wrote about where the Australian accent actually come from. And he said that it was coming from laziness and drunkenness of the convict past. Now, I have to say this article did piss me quite a bit. And so I went to check a bit about this convict past. And I found a lot of stories about them and what sort of crime did they committed. So first of all, none of them did commit any blood crime. So we have the first fleet that came here in 1788, arrived in Port Jackson on the 26th of January, and that is when we celebrate here Australia Day, which, by the way, I think it should be probably changed due to the consequences that it have for the Aboriginal people. So maybe we should call it Confederation Day or some sort of other day and find for celebrating Australian Day another date that would, unite everyone under that happier day. Anyway, I was reading about the convict past and I found this man called Abel. His name was Robert Abel, and he was Irish. He came here, I think it was on the first fleet, or after the first convict arrived, and his crime was pickpocketing. Sentenced to 7 years. And also we have women coming in here as convicts. For example, we have Mary Brown. She was Irish as well. Her crime is not listed, but her sentence was 7 years. She came on a boat called the Alexander, which actually has a very sad story about it. Because actually there were 11 women and only 3 made it. So we don't know what actually happened there. Probably a horrible story. Now, another woman was Esther Abraham, convicted of stealing lace from her employer, laces, probably used to embellish the ladies' dresses. So that was her crime. She was 14 years old and sentenced to, 7 years. Wow, 7 years. So what else do we have? We have a list of the crime committed by these people. And one was actually called, breaking machines. Yeah, breaking machines. It meant that at the time in Brighton there was this industrial era. And so skilled labor was replaced by machines. So people started breaking machines. So that was one of the crimes that brought here in Australia the Australian convicts. So we have stealing laces, breaking machines, and pickpocketing. Now, none of these people were convicted of any blood crime at all. I mean, they would have been hanged immediately, let's say. So yeah, this is the convict past, and none of them for blood crime. Let's say that one of the legacy is the spirit of fair go and mateship that is prevalent in Australian psyche. And for that, we are all grateful. Thank you for watching. I'd love to hear your comment if you are from convict background. What was what was your experience about it? Did you hide it? Did you talk about it? I'd love to hear that and what the experience was. Thank you for watching.